Are you wondering about what's going on in the Montgomery County, Maryland housing market? Well, you've come to the right place because that's what we're talking about today. With interest rates moving up in March by 1% and the annualized inflation rate over 8%, there were some serious headwinds in the larger economy for sure. Today, we'll take a look at 7 key data points that you need to know to understand what's happening with our local real estate market. So, stick around. My name's Harry Moore, and I'm an associate real estate broker at EXP Realty. Now that we're through the first quarter of the year, we're starting to get a better statistical sampling to give us some more solid numbers to work with. So, here we go. The year-to-date median sales price was $510,000. This is an increase of 4% versus February of 2022 and 3% higher than February of 2021. January of 2022 actually saw a decrease both month over month and year over year, so the numbers have continued to bounce back from that. During the month of March, the average list price to sale price ratio was 104.2%, which pulls the year-to-date numbers up to 102.3. I'll take a little oldie but goodie here. I don't know how many of you remember WHFS when they were in the Triangle Towers in Bethesda. 102.3 was their number on the FM dial. This brings the number up versus last month and puts it slightly ahead of last March. Looking back, this is the highest list to sell ratio for a month in the past 5 years. So it shows resilience in the market, even as interest rates are moving up. It could also be a flurry of activity because of the rates moving up. I'll keep an eye on things and let you know what I see. Now let's take a look at the number of homes that were listed. I like to think about this as how quickly the shelves are getting restocked in the real estate store. During the month of March, we saw 1,547 homes listed for sale with a median asking price of $582,500. That's a hefty increase over the 1,026 new listings in February. Again, another sign of the increased activity we normally expect with the coming of the spring market. In March, there were 1,032 closed sales, and year-to-date we've seen 2,584 homes listed for sale that successfully went to settlement. That's an 8.3% decrease versus the same time frame in 2021. So this might make you wonder if demand is starting to soften. If so, here's something for you to consider. The total active listings was 24% lower versus the prior year, so that 8.3% doesn't seem so bad considering how low inventory is. Next, I'll remind you about the properties that failed to sell. During the month of March, 188 listings either expired, were withdrawn, or canceled. In other words, they failed to sell. That's a slight increase over last month's 166 properties. A number of those properties were put back on the market and probably sold. I know that I always sound like a broken record, but the takeaway is, even in this very active market, not every house sells. Another number that's important to watch is the days on market. The median days on market for March was 6 days. This is the lowest days on market number for the county since June of 2021, so the pace of the market does not seem to be slowing. Now we'll take a look at the number that's really driving the market, and that's inventory. Active inventory at the end of March stood at 652 homes, so that's moved up just about 20% since the end of February. For a little perspective, looking back at 2018 and 2019, the ramp up from January to March was about 20% both of those years. So it seems to be part of the regular seasonal ebb and flow of inventory moving into the spring. While it's still a very low number, it does show that there are a few more choices out there for buyers, and that the plunge in active listings that we've seen since September seems to have stopped. Today is April 21st, 2022, and there's a lot of uncertainty in the world at large. With the war in Ukraine still raging, interest rates moving up dramatically, and inflation continuing unabated, the local real estate market seems to be taking it in stride for the moment. It'll be interesting to see if inventory continues to grow and interest rates move up even more, what impact that's going to have on the market. In uncertain times, whether you're a buyer or a seller, the real estate market requires strategic thinking. So, if you've been considering buying or selling real estate, you may want to check out my buyers and sellers guides. You can click on the links in the remarks below and get a copy for yourself. If you have more detailed questions, you can reach out. My contact information is below, or you can leave a comment in the remarks. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.